Hmm. Hmm. Can, can,
Ah,
can you see that, bro?
I see that well. I see that well.
Yeah, man. Like, so many good recipes, bro. I'm gonna have to rustle you up a really good recipe on Saturday night, CJ. Huh?
Not, not if Latrell Mitchell has something to do with it.
Howdy, everyone. It's Sam. I hope you're doing really well. If you're new around here, I hope I can get you to consider liking the content and subscribing to the channel. And if you are a regular around these here parts, thank you very much for the continuous support. One of the games of the round in the penultimate round of the 2022 NRL season is the South Sydney Rabbitohs versus the North Queensland Cowboys from Accor Stadium. I cannot wait to dissect this contest with young diehard South Sydney Rabbitohs supporter, CJ Moxley. Thank you for
Thank
joining
you.
me this evening, mate. How the hell are you?
First off, you've G'd me up a lot there at the start with the rabbit stew. Yeah, other than that, bro, I'm very, very well. I'm really looking forward to this Saturday night's clash. Two teams who, they're doing well, but the Cowboys, a bit better. But we'll see on Saturday. But I'm well,
We,
Sam. Yourself?
yeah, dude, I'm pumped, man. I feel it feels like I haven't done a live stream like this in a couple of weeks, bro. Now just before we go on, I just want to thank everyone that's in the chat. We've got Tiger Walker, we've got Jason Reeder, Cody Games PlayStation. I don't think I've seen him around here before. We've got Will Salute Sam, Miss Jacqueline Dixon. Hold the ball is in the house. Hey, my brother.
Yeah.
We got many people in here, and again, thank you all very much for the continuous support. Now, CJ Moxley, to the uninitiated, bro. You grew up in Redfern or surrounding Redfern, so
Yes,
you've
sir.
got South Sydney right in your bloodline, don't you, mate?
I did. I grew up in Redfern. Lived in Waterloo. It's an area around there. So I'm South Sydney right to the bone, mate. It's the only club I've ever known. It's the only club that I've grown up with, and I've supported it since. The first game I remember was 2006 against Cronulla at Shark Park back in the day. We lost that game. I remember. I was only about 2, 3, but look, yeah, man. As you said earlier, a young diehard, and I'm proud to support this club. So that's me.
And you're playing footy. You're playing footy, mate.
I used to, yeah. This year I haven't, but I have played in. I've played footy before, yeah. My positions is the outside back, but I preferably play in the left centre position. So that's where I play my best footy.
And champion, I see on Instagram that you took yourself a photo with Latrell Mitchell, bro. And far out, man. How did you come around getting to meet Latrell Mitchell at footy training, mate?
Well, it was the captain's run against the Penrith Panthers. I came late because I slept in like an idiot. Unfortunately, I came late, so the boys were finished. I got there at about 12 p.m. And I went into the Oval Foot. It was empty. And then I see Latrell Mitchell doing a photo shoot for his new merchandise. So
Yeah.
I waited for that to be done, and he came around and I asked him for a photo, and he's like, you can just come on the Oval. We can get a photo, mate. And one of the I'm not sure who it was, but one of the workers at South took the photo for us. So yeah, bro, Latrell Mitchell, really humble, really great bloke, and yeah, it made my day, made my year to get that photo.
Dude, that's and are you going to their next captain's run?
Yeah, this Friday morning. That's right.
Nice, man. Nice. Make yourself more of a presence around the South Sydney club. And just before we
Absolutely.
go on, we've got Luke Melbourne Storm that's just come in, and we've got Parenzo Vids, man. Hey, dude, that's just come into the
Uh,
chat. Hey, man, thank you for coming in and tuning in. Now, just a question without notice, CJ, mate.
Yeah.
South Sydney's 2022 season. I'll go first. I cannot for the life of me get a hold on South Sydney's form this season. And it took me a really, really long time to get a hold of their form last year as well, man. But yeah, Latrell Mitchell's made a difference, sure. But before that, I just they would put in a classic
Inconsistencies.
performance, and the next week they'd put in a putrid performance. How have you seen 2022 for South Sydney?
It's been a bit stressful, I'm not going to lie, especially the start, the inconsistencies. But, with everything that's happened around the club the last 12 months, we lost Wayne Bennett, Adam Reynolds, the grand final loss. I think with all of that, I think we've been doing pretty well for ourselves. We had that top four chance a couple weeks ago, but, that's run out. But, yeah, it's stressful because you don't know what South Sydney is going to turn up, and it just feels like there's patches of games where we let our intensity down a bit. So we've got to have that 80-minute intensity, and we've got to learn to shut out close games as well, because we've come close a lot of times against teams like Penrith, Cronulla, Melbourne back in round 2. Just haven't been able to shut out those games. So that's what we need to do.
And if you're just tuning in, guys, this is CJ Moxley, die-hard South Sydney Rabbitohs supporter. And please leave your tips, leave your anytime try scorers in the live chat below, guys. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. That's tuning in right now. Now, let's get stuck straight into it. Hey, so this Saturday night from Accor Stadium, South Sydney host the North Queensland Cowboys, and the South Sydney Rabbitohs, CJ, are $1.50 favourites to the North Queensland Cowboys, $2.60. I reckon that's a pretty juicy odd for the Cowboys. Now, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to share the screen with you, mate, and we're going to go through the team list news. Starting off with the South Sydney Rabbitohs, man. Take us through.
Yeah, so our fullbacks are Latrell Mitchell, our wingers Alex Johnston and Isaac Thompson, our centres Isaiah Tass and Campbell Graham, our halves 5'8" Cody Walker, halfback Lachlan Ilias, our forwards, our props are Tavita Totola, Hame Sele, our hooker Damien Cook, and in the second row, Keon Kaloa Matangi, Jai Arrow, lock and captain Cameron Murray. On the interchange bench, jersey 14, Cody Nikarima, Mark Nichols, Savili Havili, and Tom Burgess. And our reserves, it's Blake Taff, Tane Milne, David Mile, Jed Cartwright, and head coach Jason Demetrio.
And for the North Queensland Cowboys, Hamiso Tabuai Fado is at fullback. The wingers are Kyle Felt and Murray Taulungi. The centres are Holmes and Peter Hiku. Scott Drinkwater moves into the 5'8" role with Chad Townsend as co-captain at halfback. The forward pack, Jordan McLean and Ruben Cotter start. Rhys Robson is the hooker. The back row features Leilua, Nanai, and Talmolola. Interchange, Tom Gilbert returns to the side after taking a personal leave of absence last weekend. Cohen Hess, Jermaine Tanoa-Brown, and Griffin Neame, with Brendan Elliott being the 18th man, and Todd Payton is indeed the coach. So going into some of the stats, man. So this I love some of these stats that has come up for us, bro. So I'm just going to drop this screen here. All right, that's good. Now, some of the history between these two sides. The last time that these two sides met was round 17 in Newcastle last year. And it was a victory to the South Sydney Rabbitohs 46-18. They absolutely belted us, and they've belted us for a really long time now. The South Sydney Rabbitohs are on a 6-game winning streak against the North Queensland Cowboys that dates back to July 2017. The last victory for the Cowboys was up at Cairns, Barlow Park, in that season, 2017. Interestingly, South Sydney and the Cowboys have not played each other at Accor Stadium since 2015. That's the last time South Sydney hosted the Cowboys at Accor Stadium. But to develop more from that as well, South Sydney haven't defeated the North Queensland Cowboys in a home Sydney Olympic Park game since 2013. And to add on even more to that really good stat for the Cowboys, since 2013, which was the last time that the Cowboys lost to South Sydney at South Sydney's home ground, North Queensland have travelled to ANZ Stadium, Accor Stadium, on 10 occasions. 2 of those occasions were the grand final. The record stands at 7 wins and 3 losses since 2013 for the Cowboys, man. The Cowboys are going to go to Sydney Olympic Park with a few men that have never played on the ground. Let's say, for example, Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, Murray Taulagi, Griffin Neen for starters. But overall, the overall record for South Sydney versus North Queensland, just for the South Sydney Rabbitohs, 20 wins since 1995 for the Rabbitohs over the Cowboys, 17 wins for the Cowboys, and 1 draw. So CJ Moxley, man,
Good stats,
it's close, man. And you look at some of the stats as well that we'll get further into, man. But I think this is going to be a really close game, bro. What's your first initial thoughts and reaction to what's going to transpire on Saturday night?
I think it's going to be a type of game where I might need a defibrillator. It's going to be a 1-12 game. Yeah, it's going to be one of those games where I'm going to be stressed out for the 80 minutes. Cowboys have improved a lot this year, both attacking-wise and especially defensive-wise. I believe they're also statistically the best second-half team in the comp, so Todd Payton usually gets up him at halftime. So, yeah, it's going to be a really close game, and I can only see it being a 1-12 type game.
Is Alex Johnston going to continue his try-scoring form when he lines up against Petty Hiku and, more importantly, Kyle Feldt, CJ?
Well, I believe every single game he's played at a core, he's scored. So that's a bit of a big stat there. Yeah, Alex Johnson will score. Can't say no to him. He's always scoring every week, no matter who against. So I'll bag AJ in for any time.
Go, dude. And just a question on some of the youngsters in your backline, man. Isaiah Tass and Isaac Thompson. Now, I remember you and I did a stream earlier on in the season, and you gave young Isaiah Tass quite the rap, and he's living up to those raps that you put on him, mate. And Isaac Thompson, bro, what have you made of him in 2022?
Yeah, Isaac Thompson, another kid that I have a lot of a rap on. He's like the Alex Johnston of New South Wales Cup for us, and it's good to see him finally get an opportunity after 4 years away from the game. So, Isaac Thompson, man, I think he's a really good kid. Unfortunately, there are a couple of errors in him, but other than that, he knows how to find the line. So he's really good attacking wise. I think he can improve a bit in defense, though.
Yeah, but that's just because he's a young fella and he's, obviously green and, he's got a lot more development to go. But from what I've seen and from the large majority of the general public, man, have seen, he's a really promising young prospect for you guys. Now, speaking of your backline, it is completely impossible to ignore the fact that the Cowboys are coming up against the Latrell Mitchell this Saturday night, man. And there was a stat that I found out myself, and then I hopped on Instagram, and bloke in a bar popped it up at the same time. And I thought, well, there you go. And I think it's something that you've seen too, mate. Latrell Mitchell is topping the line break assists after only playing 12 games. He's got 21 line break assists to his name. You've got Nico Hines that haven't produced as many as Latrell Mitchell, and Nico Hines has only missed the 1 or 2 games in 2022, and Latrell Mitchell has come in and just absolutely exploded. And we've got to take on him this weekend, man. How have you seen Latrell Mitchell, mate? How excited out of 10, mate, are you about Latrell Mitchell's form?
I'm very excited. He's added a lot of confidence in our team. He really wants to bring that. He has that aura about him where he really wants to take us to that grand final, to get us there on grand final day. So having him named and having him playing, it's more comfortable, I think. It feels more security for the team. Yeah, bro. When he gets on the field, he's freakish, and I think it's awesome to have him in the team. Whether he, performs like that on Saturday, I can only hope. But yeah, bro, he's such an important player to our team.
And the day he came back, the first game he returned in, you could see the maturity. You could see that he was in a different mind frame, and he looks happy, bro. Before his injury, you'd probably, poke a hole here and there, but like he looks really happy and he looks really switched on, bro. And his performance against the Penrith Panthers was really good, man. Really good performance from Latrell this past weekend against the Penrith Panthers. Now, for the halves pairing, I've got a bit of a controversial one here for you, CJ. While Lachlan Ilias and Cody Walker, they've done a good job, and I actually like what Ilias has produced for you guys. I think Cody Walker, man, just hasn't quite hit that level that he was producing in 2021, CJ.
Yep, Cody Walker. Yeah, look, he's still, one of the good 5'8" in the game. But I do agree with you. I still think there's some more things he's got to do in that role this year that he was doing last year. Obviously, new combination. There's no Reynolds with him, but he does need to stand up in some moments. But then again, having Latrell Mitchell in that team, I think that's only going to improve Cody Walker's game as well. So when finals comes around, I think he's a different player. So there's just some confidence from me there. But I'd like to see him stand up a bit more. But hopefully this Saturday gets it up.
And I've just been hit with fair income just been hit with an alert on my weather app here on my laptop. It's going to be wet weather footy by the looks of things on Saturday night, man. Bro, god damn it, stay away.
I don't like wet weather footy.
Oh, man. So, it looks like that we're in for some wet weather.
Yeah, I get nervous now because not with our completion rate. It's nerve-wracking now, that is.
You bloody bugger, you just beat me to the punch there. I was just about to say, well, that probably leans a little bit nicely for the North Queensland Cowboys, being that the Rabbitohs are in the worst 5 or top 5 as far as set completions go.
I think we're the worst, like the bottom of the barrel.
Oh, dead set the worst, man. Oh, bro. Well, get the soap out, Cowboys. Bring all the bars of soap down to Sydney this weekend and lather it up. Make sure the Rabbitohs knock it on every single set. Fair income. Now, I want to go into your forward pack, CJ, man. And there's a guy that I really want to give a massive rap to, bro. Tavita Totola, man, I have always liked. I think Totola has actually gone to another level in 2022, and it's gone under the radar, bro.
It has gone under the radar. I think Tavita Totola is one of the most underrated forwards in the game. He's doing his job. He's always consistent. He adds a lot of impact to our team. So he's going to be a player that I think the Cowboys really do need to have a latch on if they when they go against him. Tavita Totola, he runs about 200 meters every single game. So he's a dangerous player, and I think he's in probably career best footy at the moment. That's how much I've rated him this season.
Now, Thomas Burgess has been named in jersey number 17, but Jaime Sele has been named in jersey number 10. Now, Burgess has been out for about 4 weeks.
Yep.
And what's your opinion on Sele starting in front of Burgess? Do you like the fact that Burgess is going to be warmed up into the game, or would you have preferred to have seen him just come off the back fence from the very first whistle?
Well, I would have probably put Saluka Fafita in front of Sele and Burgess on the bench, in my opinion. But I don't mind Burgess coming off the bench. He's coming off an injury, not an injury, suspension. So I think he's going to regain some match fitness. I like him off the bench. The impact he provides is really good.
Yep.
And I think we've seen him off the bench earlier this season as well. And he did an all right job. So getting a big guy like Tommy Burgess, I'd assume late in the first half, come off for impact. Yeah, man, I like it a lot, actually. I really do like it.
Nice. And there's another gentleman that returns for you this weekend in the form of Cody Nikorima. Are you happy with the inclusion of Cody Nikorima, or would you have gone for a bigger body or a Blake Taff? How do you see Cody Nikorima's inclusion in this team this Saturday night?
Yeah, Cody Nikorima, he's an all right inclusion. He's very versatile as well. He can play fullback, hooker, or halfback. So, it's very versatility when he comes onto the field. It's going to help the experience as well when he gets behind Lockie Ilias and players like that. So, Cody Nikorima, I think he's been a good signing for us.
Yep.
I think he does add a lot. Yeah, I like it a lot, man. I think having him back in the team is going to help, especially with the experience-wise and the versatility.
Now, there's two elements here that I'm going to touch on now.
Yeah.
I think this is the key to victory for both of these sides. The first part is Damien Cook versus Rhys Robson on Saturday night. You can bet your bottom dollar, bro. That's your key matchup, bro. Yeah. You can bet your bottom dollar that both those guns are going to produce over 45 tackles and they're going to bust their fucking asses, excuse my language. I think it's going to be a fascinating watch between Cook and Robson, bro. And just to add a little bit more spice to it, Damien Cook might be excluded from the Kangaroos side that travels to play in the World Cup come season's end. So a couple of big performances is what's needed from Damien Cook, not just for the Rabbitohs, but for his Kangaroos prospects as well at the end of the year, CJ.
Yeah, Damien Cook up against Rhys Robson. Like I said, that's my key matchup. Both players will be very important defensive-wise and coming out from the dummy half. Yeah, both players, they're going to be raring for a big game. Damien Cook, he needs to make a statement if he wants that Kangaroos hooker jersey. Yeah, that's my key matchup, dude. I think both of them are going to make over 45 tackles as well, like you said. So they're very important figures to both our sides to victory.
Yep, absolutely, man. And just before I go on, I want to go into the chat just one more time again and say say hello to everyone that's tuning in. We've got Will still here. Paddy G has entered the chat. Hey, dude, how are you? Lachlan McLucas of he does the Final Siren podcast. Hey, man, how are you? Warriors NRL Fanatics and Jason Reeder as well, still in the house, man. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Now the back row battle is thick. It's so big, man. Koloamatangi, Jai Arrow, and Captain Cameron Murray versus Luciana Leilua, Jeremiah Nanai, and Jason Talmolola. That is the thickest, heaviest back row battle of the weekend, bro. How massive is it? And I believe it is going to be Koloamatangi versus Leilua. They're going to go head-to-head in a massive collision, bro.
Yeah. Expect some sore bodies on the Sunday morning then, because they're going to absolutely clash right into each other. They both really are really big boys for both our team, man. We got to really tame also Jeremiah Nanai, that guy. He's on another level at the moment. So I think he's also one of the players that we're going to have to contain, because that kid is something else. But that battle, that's going to be so awesome. I can't wait.
Dude, you can hear it in our voices, man. Like, it's not to be understated. That is a huge battle that's going to take place this weekend. Cameron Murray versus Jason Talmolola. You'd probably say that the likes of Cameron Murray might have, you would have said maybe 12 months ago that Cameron Murray's probably just got that slight advantage over Jason Talmolola just because of his ball playing skills there. But Jason Talmolola, bro, he's gone to another level, man.
It's come out the woods this season, so we've got to watch out for Jason Talmolola. He's playing his best footy again, man.
Now, look, I hope a Cowboys detective is watching, or even just a Cowboys player is watching this right now, because I might have found something, right? Now, Jeremiah Nanai, he's still very young, still misses tackles here and there, but he has improved since the start of the year, big time, man. Now, Jai Arrow is up there so far as one of the players, maybe top 10, I think it was, that runs the most decoy lines. Jai Arrow runs decoy lines, and he's in the top 10 for that statistic. So if Jai Arrow is a massive decoy player this weekend, and Jeremiah Nanai is just even slightly off his game and has one of his games where he does unfortunately miss 4 tackles or thereabouts, Cody Walker, I think it is Cody Walker, yeah, Cody Walker and Alex Johnston, they're up on Nanai's edge. And Cody Walker and Johnston and Tass, they could throw all sorts of stuff at Jeremiah Nanai, and it's going to be not up to, but Chad Townsend, his leadership has been exemplary in 2022. And he's really going to have to aid him if it does come to a point where it's realized that Nanai is just, he's not differentiating about where he should be, who he should be attacking, or if he just should be staying on gyro. Does that make sense, CJ?
Yeah, it does. Elaborating on that, I think that is a very dangerous edge of ours, the left edge for South Sydney. I think that is our go-to attacking play. So I think the defence of the Cowboys needs to be on the A game to contain that. I can't wait for that battle as well, the left edge.
Now, the only question that I have about the Cowboys team selection this weekend is position on the interchange bench, CJ. So just to go into it again, man, for our bench, the Cowboys, Tom Gilbert, Cohen Hess, Jermaine Tanua-Brown, and Griffin Eam. That's a really big bench. You shift over to the Rabbitohs, and Nikorima and to a lesser degree, Saliva Havili are more mobile. They're quicker compared to the Cowboys. Yeah, versatile, yes. And what I would have done personally, because the Rabbitohs are a hard-running team, bro. Cowboys are a big pack themselves, but what I would have liked to have seen is, and this is no disrespect to the player that I'm about to mention as well, because I think he gets his numbers up every week, man. Jermaine Tanua-Brown, I would have swapped for Jake Granville to come off the bench and wreak some havoc on a Thomas Burgess that's returning for the first time in 3 weeks.
Yeah, Jake Granville, I think I actually agree with you on that. Jake Granville, you need a player like him. He's also very, mobile, versatile. So I think he would have been a really good inclusion of the Cowboys bench. But, what can you do?
Yeah, dude. And I fear that Todd Payton may be going in with a game plan of trying to match the game plan of the Rabbitohs. As I said before, Rabbitohs are one of the top 5 teams as far as gaining running meters. They are such a powerful team, in particularly since Latrell Mitchell has come back. They've gone through the roof, bro, statistically. But so for us to try and match their game plan and be physical, I would have liked to have seen just a smaller, more versatile body on the bench to come off and weave some magic. So, bro, I know we've just gone through some massive names just then, but who's the one player this weekend, or what edge, or what do you want to see the South Sydney Rabbitohs do in particularly this weekend to get the 2 points by the end of the game?
I think our defence has to be on point. We've had struggles with defence for a few years now, actually. So I think to beat the Cowboys, we're going to have to defend. Yeah. And we're also going to have to attack just as much, because the Cowboys defensively are probably one of the best in the comp. So, to beat the best, you're going to have to be the best at what they do. And I think what we need to do is just get early points and lift our intensity when it matters. Got to put in an 80-minute performance and hope for the best, especially in the second half, because the Cowboys in the second half are a different beast. So.
Yeah, they certainly are, man. And I think back to the Cowboys-Eels game up in Darwin earlier this season, where the Cowboys were simply brilliant. They were absolutely outstanding defensively against the Parramatta Eels. And that's the sort of performance that, well, they need to produce for the next 6 weeks if they want to make the grand final. But in particularly this weekend, they need to produce a massive defensive effort like that if they want to finish second, because this is must win, man. The machinations of both of these sides is absolutely enormous for not just their seasons, but for the Raiders, who are sitting in ninth, for the Sharks, who are sitting in third. So let's just go through it just really quickly, CJ. CJ, if South Sydney win, in my opinion, that's finals guaranteed, man. That's
have to be. I think I believe we're on 30 competition points. I might be wrong.
28.
28. Okay, so if we do win, we should secure. We'd be secure finals. Yeah,
absolutely. Now,
That's correct.
unfortunately, if South Sydney win that game as a Cowboys fan, and if Sharks win, who they're up against the Bulldogs, and the Melbourne Storm, if they win a close one against the Roosters, the Cowboys could finish in 4th position by the end of the round. And that would suck because we've been in 2nd position for 6 or 8 weeks now, man.
That's the highest position you've ever been, if I'm correct.
Ever been. Well, yet to be, and hopefully we will be. It will be the highest we've ever been. Now, for the Cowboys, if they win, they haven't locked up 2nd position just yet, but it goes a long way. For the South Sydney Rabbitohs, the things that can happen to them if they lose this game is frigging enormous, CJ.
Well,
it's enormous.
Well, if the Cowboys do win and Melbourne Storm win, and I believe if Para win and Canberra win, that game, South's Roosters, round 25, where both of us will be at, that could decide who takes 8th. There's massive repercussions to come out of this game.
Absolutely. Yeah, there's absolutely massive. So if Roosters and Rabbits both lose their contest this weekend and and Raiders win their matchup this weekend, the loser of that South Sydney versus Roosters game next Friday night will be the team, unless if Broncos fall to hell in a handbasket, they will be the team that miss out on the top 8 if the Raiders produce the 2 wins in a row, man. And that would be absolutely amazing, man.
It'd be amazing, but for the 80 minutes I'm inside that stadium, mate, it's going to be the most nerve-wracking 80 minutes of my life. So this game has a lot of repercussions to come out of it either way.
And as I said, it's not just for the Cowboys and Rabbits, man. It's for multiple different teams that are really looking closely, in particularly at this game, because the makeup of the top 8, man, this game is so important this Saturday night. I cannot stress enough. It's absolutely massive. And you look at just some of the stats as well. It's 3rd versus 4th in post-contact meters. They're pretty much 6th versus 7th as so far as running meters, and these two sides are actually really, really even. You'd probably say Rabbitohs are just a little bit of a better attacking team and Cowboys are a better defensive side. So this is going to go right down to the wire on Saturday night, bro. And
usually does. Our games usually get to the wire.
And as we said just in the green room before we popped up on air as well, you and I are meeting up with each other next friggin' Friday night. We might have to bring our boxing gloves, bro, because we might have to box on just to get some of our anger out, depending on the win or loss.
2 fights in one night, eh? First, I've got to deal with Hainsey.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'll be seeing you, Sam, so we'll see how it goes.
Rocky 5, bro. Rocky 8. So, dude, I think we've done terrifically to go through the team lists and just really stress the importance of the result of this game. So, what anytime try scorer, bro? A score line. Who's going to win this game, bro?
Yeah, look, I'd be stupid not to tip my boys. I'll go South Sydney by 6 points. I think it'll go right down to the bone. I'll go a scoreline of 28-22. My anytime try scorer will be... My anytime try scorer, I'll say, is going to be Campbell Graham. I think Campbell Graham will score. And, South by 6 in a close one.
And that's another matchup, actually, too, that Campbell Graham versus Valentine Holmes. That's going to be a pretty interesting battle. It's New South Wales Centre versus Queensland Centre as well, man. So that's going to be really interesting to see how that pans out. And to leak 28 points, that would be devastating, man. That'd be
how
pretty
defensive
rough.
you guys are, right?
Exactly, man. Defensively, we've been very good this year and second best defense in the comp. And to leak 28 points in a crucial contest, oh man, that'd be kind of gutting. Now, obviously, I'd be a Wally if I didn't go for the Cowboys. And the Cowboys are going to win. The Cowboys are going to win this one in a less score, in a lower scoring affair than what you've predicted there, CJ. I think the Cowboys are going to win this one. Oh, wow. Just someone in the chat literally just said it before I did. I'm going to go for the Cowboys 20-16. Honest to goodness, I'm going to go, Cowboys 20-16 on Saturday night. I think the wet weather that is allegedly going to be there on Saturday night is going to play a role in a lower scoring game. Could be wrong though. So as an anytime try scorer, I'm actually going to go Luciano Lua to be an anytime try scorer. Why? Because he's lining up against not only Colin Matangi, but he's also lining up against Lachlan Ilias. And Lachlan Ilias is missing he is in there for missed tackles as well. I think he's in the bottom 20 or thereabouts or so. So if Cowboys have a game plan to line up on Lachlan Ilias and attack him, I think Layla will be the one to break that line and to roll over for an anytime try scorer, man. So 20-16 is going to be my tip. CJ Moxley is going 28-22 to the South Sydney Rabbitohs. This is, excuse my French, if you're under 18, this is fucking enormous on Saturday night, dude.
This is not only repercussions for both our sides, but teams surrounding. So it's a very important game, may I say. And a lot of other teams' fans, they'll have their eyes glued to the TV like we both will on Saturday night.
So, guys, everybody, thank you so much for coming in and saying good day. We've had new viewers come in. We've got Lachlan M coming in as well, saying good day. Thank you guys so much. We've got 14 people in the chat. Thank you very much. So that's it. That's our live preview. I've really enjoyed talking to you, mate, and I really wanted to have you on because whilst you're a young man, but I do think that your knowledge of the game at such a young age is actually really, really good, and I've enjoyed it. I've actually really enjoyed talking to you about this weekend, and yeah, dude, if we see each other next Friday night, bro, I mean, we'll put the boxing gloves away, but I'll shout you a Sprite, mate.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, we should see each other next Friday. And yeah, thanks for having me on. Bring on Saturday, mate. And yeah, guys, subscribe to Sam if you haven't already, and bring it on, mate. South Sydney, mate.
Dude, nice. Hope your team wins this weekend, everybody in the chat, except for the South Sydney Rabbitohs and conversely the Cowboys this weekend. And I'll talk to you guys all later. Thank you so much, CJ. Talk to you guys later.